Welcome back. We're just 1 week away now from Venice's holiday boat parade, and organizers are worried not enough of the boats are going to participate.
As ABC 7's Christopher Brantley tells us, organizers are trying to drum up support. He joins us live from Venice with more details. Christopher?
And good evening to you. This last-minute plea for more boats to get involved is actually something organizers are pretty familiar with. Still, they say the boat parade will go on. At the Venice Youth Boating Association, Program Director Tara Foster is getting ready for this weekend's parade.
Kids were brokenhearted last year. We weren't able to participate. We'd signed up, we were all ready to go, and our boat, the engine actually broke down.
With the boat now repaired, the students at the Youth Boating are twice as excited for this year's parade.
Kids are all jazzed up about it. They're planning costumes and lights, and it's been a whole big shebang.
A week before the first decorated boat cruises down the Intracoastal Waterway, chairs are already set up. But the boats themselves are a little more last minute.
There's an 11th hour element to the boat parade that seems to kind of characterize it, particularly maybe over the last decade.
Ed Campbell is a sponsor. The organizers say they haven't gotten many boats signed up, although they wouldn't tell us just how many they have. What we do know is that the number has been dwindling, from nearly 50 a few years ago to just 30 last year.
The holiday season just seems to be getting more and more complicated and hectic for a lot of people, and it takes probably a good effort to outfit your boat for the parade.
But the parade isn't just about boats. During a season of giving, it's about much more than that.
It's for raising money for students in this, or students looking for scholarships.
And for local nonprofits that need some financial help, like the Venice Youth Boating Association.
Irma took off half our roof, so we're still doing a little bit of recovery on that aspect of things. But it's definitely a way for every bit to count, and we definitely appreciate it.
And that deadline to have your boat in the parade is coming up. It's on Wednesday. There is a fee, although the organizers say that fee is what goes towards the nonprofits. The organizers also told us that over the last 12 years, they've donated about $100,000. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you so much, Christopher. Congress is set to vote this week on a new tax plan. A protest against that plan was held at Jacaranda Boulevard and US 41 in Venice today. The protesters said the tax bill would only help the rich while ignoring the middle class. They hope to send a message to Florida Senator Marco Rubio, asking him to vote no on the current bill.
It's going to be a disaster. They have shown they really don't care about people. They just want to take a huge amount of money away from our programs that we all need to survive on.
Protesters also worried about the bill's potential to cut $25 billion in Medicare. A vote is expected from the House on that piece of legislation later this week.
Proposed legislation would significantly increase homestead property tax exemptions for widows and widowers, along with blind and permanently disabled Floridians. The bill would increase the current exemption for those groups from $500 a year to $5,000. The exemption would average out to about $150 real dollars in savings off the homeowner's property tax bill every year, up from just $15 right now.
This is a very vulnerable population. It's much more cost effective, besides obviously much better for people in their quality of life to remain in their home. And every little dollar that we can give them to help them remain in their home is very, very important.
An increase to the widowed disabled property tax exemption would be the first since 1916, and if passed, the increased exemptions would apply to tax years starting in 2019. So far, the bill has yet to be heard by a committee in the House or Senate. Teenagers charged with minor infractions in Manatee County are getting sentenced by their own peers. The Teen Court program is designed to stop youthful delinquent behavior before it escalates. It allows first-time offenders from 10 to 17 years old to get a second chance, but also holds them accountable for their actions. A jury of peers hears their case, and then they are assigned sanctions to complete.
One of the main components of the sentence is community service hours. So these kids are required to go out and perform community service.
The program offers hope the interactions teens have with court staff and their peers will encourage a change in their perspective.
Well, it was a great weekend to put up some Christmas decorations.
Yep.
Even today, it was beautiful out. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
You had a chance to enjoy some golf over the weekend and also head out to the beach on Anna Maria Island. It was perfect. Get a Trough of low pressure down to our south. Not the best weather in the Bahamas and also in the Florida Straits right now over Cuba and even over South Florida. But we're right on the edge of that cloudiness, and it looks to be a pretty nice evening. We're looking for generally fair skies. In fact, beautiful out there right now. 75 degrees and the dew point temperature now at 55. That number's coming up each report, and winds are out of the east at 7 now. The pressure 30.05 inches. That's high, and that continues to stay with us. Looks like it will keep all this suppressed well down to our south. This high pressure ridge really is a fairly strong one, and it looks like even this will get bumped out of here a little bit by the weekend, but it's still going to be near us, and it should not be a big factor for our weekend weather, as we have another big holiday parade taking place this weekend in downtown Sarasota. Looking at generally fair skies right now. The Titan radar picture not showing any rainfall around here. Temperatures currently into the mid-70s at 75 in Cortez. Same in Northport. Inglewood, you're at 75 as well. The Gulf water temperature now 71. We'll have more in the rest of the week's forecast in just a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. Minnesota Senator Al Franken breaking his silence in his first interview since accusations emerged he sexually harassed a woman and touched other women's backsides. ABC's Serena Marshall reports from Washington.
Sexual harassment and allegations of other improper conduct echoing through the marbled halls of Capitol Hill. Before returning, Al Franken apologizing on camera.
I know that I've let a lot of people down, people of Minnesota, my colleagues, my staff, my supporters, and everyone who has counted on me to be a champion for women. To all of you, I just want to again say I am sorry.
Radio news anchor Leanne Tweeden said the Minnesota senator forcibly kissed her and took this photo while working together on a USO tour.
I just wanted him to understand what he did was wrong.
3 women accused Franken of groping during photo ops. Franken apologized but said he doesn't remember the incidents. The mea culpa as Rep. John Conyers, the top Democrat on the House Judiciary Committee, gives up that leadership role amid accusations of sexual and workplace harassment. According to BuzzFeed News, Conyers' office paid a female aide more than $27,000 to settle a wrongful dismissal complaint following alleged sexual advances. Conyers acknowledged they settled a harassment complaint, but denies the allegations. As Democrats deal with these sexual scandals, Republican Joe Barton apologized after sexually explicit images and a video were made public. And Republicans face the possible election of Roy Moore, accused of sexually assaulting minors. Allegations Moore denies. And the president, in a pair of tweets over the weekend, doubled down on his support for the Alabama Senate candidate without ever saying his name. Writing, Jones would be a disaster and can't let Schumer Pelosi win this race. Liberal Jones would be bad.
With the subject of sexual assault consuming Washington, sources have confirmed to ABC News the president is now voicing questions privately about the authenticity of the now infamous Access Hollywood tape, even though at the time he said, "I said it, I was wrong, and I apologize." Serena Marshall, ABC News, Washington.
Well, we are getting a first look at this year's holiday decor at the White House. First Lady Melania Trump helping unveil this year's holiday theme, time-honored traditions. The White House says the First Lady personally selected every detail of this year's holiday season. There's more than 12,000 ornaments and 18,000 feet of strung lights, just for starters. And then, of course, there's the official White House Christmas tree, which is an 18-foot tall balsam tree that's now set up in the White House Blue Room. And the ABC7 team is also in the holiday spirit. We're partnering with the Salvation Army for our annual Angel Tree campaign. We're collecting holiday gifts for children and seniors in need on the Suncoast. You can pick up an Angel Tree tag at our station, and it will list the child or senior's request for Christmas. And then pick up the gift and bring it back here unwrapped. We'll make sure the gifts get to the Salvation Army and distribute them to those in need. I'm looking forward to seeing how full our lobby is going to be with so many gifts for people here on the Suncoast.
Well, I know in years past it really has. People really want to turn out and help make this a happy holiday for families who are struggling to buy the gifts that their kids want, or even seniors in our community who maybe don't have some relatives here to buy them anything. So, they need some stuff too. Put that on the list. Go out and get some shopping done and help a lot of people.
Super easy too.
Still to come in your Suncoast News, 'tis the season for giving, but not for sharing germs.
We'll have some tips for keeping you and your loved ones healthy this holiday season.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Need a light bulb? Batteries Plus Bulbs has a huge selection of LEDs starting as low as 99 cents.
The one inside the clothes dryer.
Oh, you use the clothes dryer.
Visit batteriesplus.com for a store near you.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Don't just settle for what's available at a smaller lot. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab at rock bottom pricing. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $11,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Let me introduce you to the ultimate Florida window. Do you feel safer with this or this? You'll be proud too.
Buy more, save more. Volume discounts on 4 or more windows.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline. If you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death, you must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Naomi, my California Closet designer, has been my partner in crime. She was genuinely fun to work with. We have had a ball collaborating on the 8 units that we have done in our home. The closets in the house are great, but the den is what everyone comments on when they walk in the house. And it's so beautiful. They say, whoa, who did that? And I said, it's California Closets. My name is Melissa, and this is my California Closet story.
'Tis the season for colds and flu, that is, with a few ways to keep yourself well until the new year. Here's ABC News' Stephanie Ramos.
Coughs, sneezes, the blowing of noses. Not the sounds we want to associate with the holidays, but that's when people tend to get sick, especially with families traveling and coming together, and crowded shopping malls and airports. The opportunities to get sick are more common than mistletoe. Fortunately, there are ways you can protect yourself. Step 1, take matters into your own hands by washing them frequently with warm, soapy water for at least 20 seconds. Step 2, keep it clean, especially when it comes to frequently touched surfaces. Clean and disinfect those areas often. Step 3, take care of your immune system. That means making time for exercise and getting enough sleep. And remember, spread cheer this holiday season, not germs. If you are sick, cover your coughs and sneezes with a tissue. Don't share utensils and keep your distance from others. Because when it comes to germs, that is not a gift you want to give. With this Medical Minute, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, some great advice there. A good day today out in the bay, too. Look at this sunshine, most of it, and just a few clouds coming in every once in a while. There's a storm system, a little trough, a little pressure, if you will, down to our south, and that's bringing some high clouds around, but not many. Van Wezel webcam showing a beautiful sunset there just a few minutes ago, and there's all the rain down there into the Keys and also into the Florida Straits. All that kind of hanging out down there, too. It's not advancing in our direction at all. It will stay there, and we're not anticipating any rainfall from it. Current conditions, 75 degrees. The dew point is at 55, and winds generally light out of the east, anywhere from 5 to 10 miles an hour. The high today was 1 degree above average, but the low this morning was On the cooler side at 54, it was kind of a chilly start this morning. 38 the record, though, set back in 1962. And the record high 86 set back in 1992. Today's rain, no rain to report for the month now. We're going to be below average, well below average for the month, but for the year, well above average. I think we'll end at least 10 inches above average for 2017. Hourly forecast is calling for delightful weather tomorrow. We'll start off with a little bit of fog around in the morning, not much. That should burn off pretty quickly, and temperatures will warm into the low 80s, so slightly above average, and that'll be the case too on Wednesday. We'll get closer to that 78-degree reading, I think, on Thursday and Friday. Well, the Futurecast will show you a few clouds every once in a while streaming on by overhead, and that's the result of this little disturbance here. We get more of an easterly wind. It'll bring some moisture our way. There's even a chance for a passing shower or two, mainly in our inland counties on Wednesday. That's at 20%. That's it. That's all we can muster up for this entire week, it looks like, and even into the weekend. So if you picked this week to be down here, you picked a really good week. And it looks as though it will stay with us right through the weekend as that little disturbance heads off toward the east into the Atlantic. So it should not be a factor for us, obviously. We may see a little bit of the high clouds around. Well, look at the big clear skies all the way from Texas through Oklahoma, Arkansas, over to North Carolina. That's all a result of a large area of high pressure, which will continue to dominate the weather. Now, this high pressure ridge is going to stay here, too. It's not going to move much on Tuesday. Wednesday, it may get bumped a little bit off to the east with this approaching storm system, but it's not going to move through here. That front will eventually fall short over north central Florida. It will not move through us, but the rain down to our south is not a big factor here. A little bit of activity as far as rain-snow mix in northern portions of Minnesota today. Earlier, it's all rain now, and out west, things have quieted down there, too. A little bit of snow shower activity into Utah, but not much going on here. As far as temperatures go, we'll get a look at them. 17 now in Ottawa, Montreal at 16. That's where that cold Arctic air is. No outbreaks as of yet over the southern United States. And 49 in Boise, 75 in Dallas. It's warm in Kansas City, too. Upper 60s there today. In Atlanta, it's 61 degrees. Currently, Columbia at 62 degrees. 7-day forecast looks like this. Lots of sunshine and just a 20% chance for an inland shower, mainly on Wednesday. Look for a little bit of patchy fog tomorrow, too. And that, too, will be inland. Temperatures pretty close to seasonal averages right through the weekend and beyond. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much, Bob. Time now to check your first alert traffic for the drive home. It looks like there is some congestion on I-75 heading northbound. Looks like there is some slowdowns over towards Lakewood Ranch as well as we head more south into Sarasota County. Looks like there's some congestion on 41 in both directions if you're heading out the door to head back home this hour.
And if you're looking to get to know the power of the dark side or head to a galaxy far, far away, you're in luck. For a limited time, Star Wars themed pop-up bars are open in New York City, Washington, D.C., and Los Angeles. They're all appropriately named the Dark Side Bar, and they've got galaxy-inspired drinks and entertainment. Patrons are encouraged to come dressed in costumes related to Star Wars, though it's not required. The locations, though, are only open until January. I think it's another lead up to the premiere of the new movie.
Oh my goodness.
In December, mid-December.
They look like, those stormtroopers look like they were having a good time. Yeah. All right, stay with us. Entertainment news is coming up next.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Nobody beats Subaru in service quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback, for just $229 a month, or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
It's holiday time on the Suncoast. I'm Joey Panic. On Suncoast View, grab your shopping list. We bring in our local mom blogger to review this year's hottest toys. We'll tell you which ones are worth hitting the stores. Plus, Oslo Rep has a hit with the musical Evita. We'll sit down with some of the creative team. Plus, we learn how to make our own ugly Christmas sweaters, and Atlantic Beer and Oyster Bar is in the kitchen.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Ever since I can remember, I've been intrigued by industrial design and the optimization.
Wait, that's passion? Ever since I can remember, my passion has been industrial design. We need 3D printers for Miss Adams' engineering program so that we are ready to solve 21st century challenges.
Impressive. Think It Up is a new initiative to support student-powered, teacher-led learning projects. Students and teachers, how can you spark great learning experiences in your classroom today? Think it up.
My name is Julius. I have cerebral palsy. I work for Farmer Jeffrey Weising Law Firm. I do a lot of data entry and scanning documents. I want to increase my working experience to make the company much better. At the end of the day, it's good to think of the day's work and to think about what I have accomplished.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to abilitieswork.employflorida.com.
We're still in hurricane season. Storms can pop up at a moment's notice. Sometimes it's just rain. Sometimes it's much worse. When severe weather strikes, trust ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
Happy news from London today. Prince Harry announcing his engagement to American actress Meghan Markle earlier this month, according to the British royal family.
Molly Hunter reports from the Kensington Palace.
Congratulations. Ladies, he's off the market, taken by this woman, Meghan Markle.
All the stars were aligned, everything was just perfect.
The two looking madly in love today. Thrilled and very happy, they tell reporters during a brief appearance on this rainy London day. Meghan shows off her glittering ring, 1 stone from Botswana and 2 from Princess Diana's personal collection.
You know, to be able to have this, which sort of links where you come from, and Botswana, which is important to us, and it's perfect.
For Harry, a heartfelt tribute to his mother, the People's Princess.
It is days like today when I really miss having her around and miss being able to share the happy news, but you know, with the ring and with everything else that's going on, I'm sure she's with us. I'm sure she's with us.
The official announcement came Monday morning from Harry's father, Prince Charles. And Prince William and Kate soon followed up with their congratulations, saying they're very excited.
Yes, the family has been great, and over the past year and a half, we've just had a really nice time getting to know them.
In 2016, she began dating Prince Harry, holding hands here and kissing in these photos, making headlines around the world.
She chooses me, and I choose her. And therefore, you know, whatever we have to tackle together or individually will always be us together as a team.
And the happy couple are grabbing headlines once again. This is big news here. Brits are excited, and lots of details yet to come about what the couple actually will do. But we do know there's a wedding expected next spring. Molly Hunter, ABC News at Kensington Palace.
Well, it's always fun to see how those royal weddings play out. I'm sure it'll be a great one.
It'll be a big one.
Yeah.
And they don't have a lot of time, really. It's coming up in spring.
I know.
More news and your forecast for the week ahead coming up next.
Being the caregiver for my husband is truly a blessing, but sometimes it's easy to lose a part of myself. To be my best, for him and for me, it's important to have time to be able to recharge. When I called Tidewell Hospice, they gave me the chance to do just that. They helped me find the time to care for myself, all the while with the peace of mind of knowing my husband is in the very best hands. Tidewell Hospice, it's more than you think.
For 30 years, it's been an honor for the Michaels on Ice team to serve you.
We love that our restaurant, wine cellar, and ballroom have become your favorite gathering places, and we love catering your parties.
From everyday celebrations to life's greatest occasions, please join us soon for new culinary adventures. A toast to 30 years.
And to many more.